call kindness. If you've been near a UFO or you've been near an alien, if you have, you've already been programmed.
This is the 9th annual festival here in the city of Edinburgh. We were ranked number 3 in the US, number 3 in the world.
Out here at the UFO conference here in Edinburgh, Texas, and man, it's a nice toasty day. I wish they would have done this maybe a few weeks ago when the ice storm hit. Talk about a vortex. crazy vortex. You host a show called The Vortex as well, so tell me a little bit about yourself and what The Vortex is all about.
That's great. Appreciate the introduction. So this is an awesome event. I'm glad to be here. My name is Daniel Allen Jones, and I host a show called The Vortex, where we explore the mysteries of the world and beyond. And this is one of them. Here in Edinburgh, Texas, we celebrate the UFO Festival. We call it the Out of This World UFO Festival Conference. And so we're excited to be able to share about an incident which took place in 1966 right here in Edinburgh, Texas, which is why we have this festival whatsoever. Noe Torres, a good friend of mine in Edinburgh local, helped to investigate the case, and we got to go out to the site and look into it, doing a field investigation. We used some Geiger counters. We measured some radiation on metal debris that we discovered that we could say could just be construction material that was affected by whatever happened that night. But this is a good example of what we call a unexplained mystery when it comes to something like UFOs. We don't know exactly what it was. Was it aliens? I don't know, maybe. Was it something else? Could be from the government or the military. We don't know. But this allows us to look into it with an investigative mind so we can find out what actually happened in strange instances like this throughout history.
Tell me, have you had any personal encounters with anything such as UFOs, anything out there flying around or maybe crawling or creeping, anything like that? Anything personal that you have had your hands on or maybe had their hands on you?
I've had some interesting experiences. I wouldn't say I've seen an incredible UFO like a daylight disc or anything notable like that. Of course, I've seen the Marfa lights. That's a really interesting phenomenon. Those are unexplained even today. You can go see them probably anytime, which is also interesting. But I think that connections that I've experienced beyond the body, out-of-body experiences that I experience in a way that has attributed my open-mindedness to this phenomenon, I think has been a notable experience in many ways for me. And that when we interact and connect with intelligence or consciousness that's beyond an embodied form, that should expand our understanding of what is possible and what we can do to understand other entity interaction or interaction with other forms of intelligence or consciousness. So I feel like that has personally taken place for me in many different ways. But as far as just walking up to an alien, I don't tell people that I've shaken hands with some kind of little green man or something.
All right, well, we're here with Ben Hanson. Is that correct, sir? And you're a former FBI agent. I was reading your bio real quick. It's my first time I've ever been to a UFO festival. I'm not a UFO kind of guy, but I love to know about the strangest things. I scour the internet for the strangest things in the world. Tell me a little bit about yourself, bud.
Well, that's actually what we did on one of my TV shows, Fact or Fake. We scoured the internet looking for strange videos and then did experiments to try and see if they were hoaxed or had an explanation. So primarily a TV host, and my favorite subject is UFOs.
UFOs, definitely. You know what? I've never seen a UFO, but I have seen blinking lights, flashing lights, all kinds of things in the sky, usually an airplane. Have you ever laid your eyes on something that you could say is an actual alien or maybe like a, government spacecraft or something?
No, I wouldn't say that. I can't for sure say what it was, but I could say the things that I've seen were not conventional. So
as an FBI agent, you obviously have probably seen some very strange things or whatnot. I know you maybe can't share, but if you, whatever you can share, what can you tell me the strangest thing you've seen out there in the field?
The strangest things I've seen is not in the field. Yeah, it's actually just doing the TV shows and on my own time. Yeah, for sure.
Very cool, very cool. Well, hey, tell me, how can people get a hold of you, follow you, watch your show? I don't know. My son saw you on a channel. He said he was. Where were you? He was what?
The one with the weird ghost.
The one with the weird ghost.
Ghost of Morgan City. Is that the one you saw?
The one where there was like that weird tree, and where there was a ghost, and like where there was like a blue figure in the back or something, blue ghost figure or something.
That sounds familiar. Yeah. So you're probably talking about Fact or Fake, which was on Sci-Fi. So they've taken all those shows and put them on Discovery Plus. It's a streaming app, and my latest show is called UFO Witness. So
I've been seeing that promoted like crazy, so they're getting you guys out there. Hopefully I can catch one of your shows, man. I wish I could have caught one before I met you, but I appreciate you being out here. How can people get a hold of you?
thank you. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just look me up. BenHanson.com is my website.
Very cool. BenHanson.com. Check them out.
Thank
Sunny
you, sir.
Show. I'm out here. I'm talking to the folks that are enjoying the UFO Festival 2021. Back out of the quarantine. Is this your first festival of the year, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to get back out here into the community and see what it's all about. There's a UFO convention, so I'm trying to see what it's all about, hear experts, hear some stories from here down from the back.
So, do you think you have an implant, or maybe that somebody you know has one?
Woo! I'm going to say my mom, because she always knows where I'm at 24/7, 7 days a week.
Okay, you're the what again, sir?
Actually, they call me the Paranormal Lawyer.
Paranormal Lawyer. Oh man, I gotta get this. Do you have a minute? Can I get a minute of your time? I'm actually out here with the Ef'n Sunny Show. My name's Johnny Vasquez, and the guy Ef'n for short is actually a lawyer, so he's gonna enjoy this. So, what does a paranormal lawyer do?
For over 3 decades now, I've been representing a lot of clients that are researchers and investigators into the paranormal. Literally from Peter Davenport from the National UFO Reporting Center, Grant Cameron, the Canadian researcher, Kevin Day, the Chief Petty Officer from the Nimitz, and those kind of guys. Every once in a while they'll need contracts reviewed and all that kind of stuff. Or if something strange comes up, they give me a call as well.
Something strange. Tell me what something strange would be.
Thanks for asking. Because, for instance, my client Grant Cameron, from Canada, was the guy who uncovered the Admiral Wilson smoking gun memo of the century, they call it, and literally, I think, changed the world, where they confirmed for the first time in this memo that the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Admiral Wilson, in charge of all the military intelligence departments, confirms that there was a retrieve technology program that they went through and actually have crashed craft.
Unbelievable. So, retrieve. I find it fascinating that whenever they find something, they say they discovered it. Never invented. It's always been discovered. So these are things that they have no idea what it is. So how do you come into play there?
Well, I've just been researching this field for over 30 years myself, and I'm really amazed with the disclosure that's happening right now.
Yeah.
Ever since December 16th, 2017, when the New York Times confirmed for the first time through the Department of Defense and the Pentagon that UFOs are real. And now they're going to be telling us, I think very shortly, oh yeah, by the way, aliens are real as well.
I definitely believe in aliens. I definitely believe in off-world entities, things that we have no idea. We can only see so much with our simple eyes, with our human eyes, but there's got to be something else out there, because there's just a lot of unexplainable things that we just cannot grasp.
You got it. The vastness of the universe is ridiculous to think that we would be the only life form.
I agree 100%. Man, I guess we could talk all day. I love talking about the universe as much as it's as big as it is. We could talk about it forever. But tell me, how can people get a hold of you? Tell me how people can find you.
Get a hold of Michael W. Hall on Facebook. My email, my contact stuff's there. And also, I just wanted to give you, I'll give you your own Cosmo Award here to take with you.
Oh, wow.
Because this is the promotion for the second annual coming up Academy of Paranormal Arts and Sciences Awards that we're making into an annual event to give researchers and investigators some kudos for all they've done during the year.
Very cool. Appreciate the award. I will see you tomorrow.
Fantastic.
God willing. We'll see you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Show correspondent on the ground here with Mr. Augie from Bird Ogden. You know this guy. You've seen this face. I mean, he's everywhere, man. So what brings you out here today, Mr. Augie?
Well, as you well know, I'm involved with the community here in Edinburg and throughout the Rio Grande Valley, our region. And today is our UFO event. Today is Saturday. We have 4 speakers, and I'm with the Edinburg Arts Foundation. We support the arts, and it's all about community. And like I say, everybody, you know, you got to get involved. I remember many years ago in Edinburgh, Friday night, there was nothing happening. 7 o'clock, everybody was asleep. And yesterday, at our event, at the UFO, no charge, it was 10 o'clock, and there were still people out having fun at the UFO event there at the courthouse. I'm about a block away from the courthouse at City Hall. So, folks, you got to get involved with the community. We're growing. We have a brand new courthouse here that's coming up pretty soon. So there's more and more things to do, but we need to get involved to get them done. So I urge you, get involved, especially with the Chamber and with the Sakula Public Library. We're there for you. And of course, Edinburg Arts Foundation and the Culture Arts Board. So I urge you, get involved with our community. And as we say in our region or the Rio Grande Valley, we love you.
My name's Chris James. I'm a retired Border Patrol agent, and now I'm a writer and a podcaster.
Very cool. What's your podcast name?
It's called Strange Things with Chris James.
Strangest things that ever happened in my life was actual paranormal activity. And, you know, I saw shadows one time come out of a wall, which freaked me out. Is that something that usually you see?
I have heard similar stories for other people. The ghost story I have is the one I tell people was when me and my wife saw a man, looked like me and you, solid, at a hospital, and he disappeared inside an elevator, as in he was gone, vanished. There's no way he went through the scuttle hole because it was this high. The door closed, the door opened, he was gone.
That is interesting.
If it's not a ghost, what is it? This picture was drawn by my sister-in-law, and it's a representation of what happened to a friend of ours. When she was about 10 years old, she would hear a knocking on her window late at night. This little girl was standing in the window asking her to come out and play. And she told this little girl that she can't come out and play because her dad said you don't go out after dark. Finally, she told her dad that this little girl was coming by about once a week knocking on the window. And his dad said there's no way that window is 5 feet off the ground. The girl has been seen all over Laredo College, been seen all over the mall. And it's always the same description. This girl is about 8 or 9 years old. She's wearing a white dress, comes down to just above her knees, and she has on shoes with buttons on them. They stopped making shoes like that in 1917. Why is everybody seeing the same girl all over Laredo? It's a
correspondent here with Mr. Andy. He's one of the folks out here at the UFO Festival and Conference here with some great speakers. We just heard Mr. Sims, the alien hunter, and he's all about the evidence. But tell me, what evidence do you like to see out there, Mr. Andy?
Evidence I'd like to see full disclosure, no redactions, with these reports, from the government.
People would say that the government is definitely up to something. They obviously are all about defense. They're obviously all about secrecy. What exactly are you thinking the government wants to release or hope to see?
Well, I would hope to see, something eventually that will pertain to just full disclosure and admittance with relations with these extraterrestrials.
Johnny with the Ef'n Sunny Show. I'm out here. I didn't even get your name, sir. What is your name?
My name is Martin Garcia. I am from Peru, from Lima, capital city.
That is a far away from here. So what brings you down or up here?
I am living here in America 5 years ago. I am living right now in Texas, in Dallas. the last 3 years.
Okay.
I have a beautiful experience. I remember when I was very kid, when I was young, 7 years old maybe, every night I saw humanoid beings like a shadows on my room.
Wow.
3 or maybe 4 walking inside of my room, and I was paralyzed. I can't scream to my father or my mother, and suddenly appear behind my neck, my knee, like a small rice. I had a small surgery in the hospital, and I remember because I was very kid, the doctor took like a small rice,
Wow.
black rice. When I came to USA 3 years ago, my father was very sick in Peru, and the doctor told to my family that maybe my father is gonna be die. No? Here I was recording UFO sightings and take a picture, but just for me, because when I was sending to my family or to my friends, everybody are laughing or maybe told me, no, you are crazy.
Yeah.
When happens the situation critical of my father, I remember I pray and I told to my cosmic friends, I was recording a lot of UFO sightings. I'm gonna show to the whole world a lot of videos, but I need that you heal my father.
Wow. Okay.
Nobody in my family, nobody in Peru knows that situation, but that night, my father in the hospital, he woke up and he saw 2 men, blonde, like a Nordics, and one of them covered totally to my father, and my father felt like he was moving in a tunnel. My father suddenly, and the next day, appeared in a different level. Nobody knew nothing. Nobody knew nothing of my father. And my father has a general infection, bad pneumonia. He was very bad. And after that, my father totally good. And from that day, start a lot of UFO sighting here for me.
Wow.
I did a YouTube channel. The name is 33 El Testimonio. Wow, maybe I had a 200 records. This situation gave me a change of my life, but positive, because I know very nice people, no, and every day I am living beautiful experience, no, it's a good experience for me.
Very, very cool. Well, I appreciate your sharing your experience with us, and we'll definitely put your YouTube channel out there, and I'm gonna go check that out later.
Yeah, my name is Juan Martin Garcia. You can find me on my Facebook, Juan Martin Garcia. I post a lot of videos there, or in my YouTube channel is 33 El Testimonio.
There you have it, Ef'n Sunny Show, just heading out of here from the UFO 2021 UFO Conference and Festival. And man, I gotta say, I got some chills up my spine talking to some of these guys, and you know, who knows? Are we really out there? Are we really alone out here? And as far as I'm concerned, I'm alone right now. I'm heading out of here. So check it out, Ef'n Sunny Show. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Once again, I'm out here in Edinburg, Texas. And this is the Ef'n Sunny Show. Johnny Vasquez. You can follow me at Juan and the Many. Talk to you later.
Out of her head.